Ever feel like you're just drowning in information? I mean, articles stacked up everywhere, videos popping up left and right. It never ends.
Oh, tell me about it. It's like a constant fire hose of content.
But you know what? If we could cut through all that noise and really get to the heart of how to communicate better, that's what we're doing today, right? Diving deep into concise and value-focused scripting.
Exactly. Because let's be honest, whether you're prepping for some big presentation or just, want to be more persuasive, well, choosing the right words can make a huge difference.
It really can. So let's break this down. What exactly do we mean by concise, value-focused scripting? Sounds kind of jargony.
Well, think of it this way. It's about getting your message across with the biggest impact, but using, the fewest words possible. It's all about being clear, efficient, and actually respecting your audience's time.
Okay, I get that less is more and all.
Hmm.
But how do we make our words work harder, so to speak? Still feels a bit abstract.
Let me give you an example. Have you ever seen like a marketing slogan that just works? Like Nike's "Just Do It," short, memorable, hits you right away with their whole message.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right. That's concise scripting in action. Or think about giving a presentation. You only have so much time to grab everyone's attention. Every word needs to count.
Totally.
Yep.
Especially these days when everyone's attention span is, well, shall we say, limited. So how do we actually do this whole concise scripting thing? It sounds kind of like a superpower.
Huh. Don't worry, it's a skill anyone can learn. One of the biggest things is starting with a really strong outline. Before you write anything, map out your main points the order you want to present them.
So kind of like creating a roadmap before you set off on a journey.
Exactly. Keeps you focused, no more wandering around aimlessly.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our outline. What are some practical techniques to make the actual writing more concise?
Well, one thing is using active voice. So instead of saying the report was written by John, you'd say John wrote the report.
Ah, I see. It's more direct.
Yeah. Exactly. It makes your writing more engaging, too. Are we aiming for shorter, punchier sentences then?
I think so, right?
Definitely. Try to stick to just one idea per sentence. Too much in one sentence, and it gets confusing for the reader. And something else that really helps, read your script out loud.
Oh, I'm a huge believer in that. Sometimes I even record myself and play it back. Helps me hear how it actually sounds.
That's a great strategy.
That's
Right,
it.
so you've got a draft. Now it's time for editing. This is where you refine everything. Look for phrases you can cut, like past history. Just say history. Get rid of all those unnecessary complex sentences.
Any tips on breaking down those complex sentences? Sometimes I get so caught up in my thoughts that I end up with these monster sentences.
Oh, I know those. Look for words like am or but. They often show you where you can split a long sentence in two. For example, we need to increase sales, but we also need to maintain high quality. Becomes, we need to increase sales. We must also maintain high quality. More breathing room, right?
Much better. Oh, and speaking of tools, I'm a big fan of Grammarly and the Hemingway editor. They help catch errors and tighten up the writing. Have you used those?
All the time. Really helpful for finding spots to be more concise. Now, to really see all this in action, let's look at an example. Imagine you're writing a headline for a website, for like a new productivity app. The first draft is, due to the fact that people are busier than ever, our app is designed to help you manage your time effectively.
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
Right, how about this? Overwhelmed. Our app helps you reclaim your time.
Much better. Shorter, more direct, and really speaks to what people are feeling.
Right. Okay, so to recap, we've talked about outlines, active voice, short sentences reading out loud, and some key editing tips.
It's all about being intentional with our language so we can create messages that resonate and really connect.
Exactly. So here's something to think about. What's a presentation you gave or an email you wrote recently? How could you use these principles to make it even better?
Love that challenge. It's all about leveling up our communication, right? Maybe we can all try trimming down an old script or even creating a short, impactful video focusing on, wait for it, concise communication. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.